continue on our day 2 experiments. Now, we have plenty of projects in store for all of God's creation, but we're still on day 2 because we learned that God made an expanse on day 1, and the earth was formless. That's why we've done our ball. Our globe, yes. And we're going to continue to add on to this. So we have multiple projects in store for just day 2. So we learned that there was an expanse, right here. The difference between water and water. We are going to learn about the air. The water that we breathe. Now, we have clouds in the air, and we're trying to find out how are clouds formed. We're going to do a little project, but first we're going to learn about how are the clouds formed. So we know that the earth has oxygen from the level, the expanse, all the way up to very, very thin level of air that you can't really breathe. Down here it's easy for us to breathe, but the higher you go, what happens? The colder the air is, right?
Colder.
And the thinner the air is.
Thin.
Yes. So when you mix cold and water and pollution, which is salt, air pollutions that come out in the air, gases, dust particles, things like that in between, something interesting forms, and that is clouds. So we're going to do our project. We have a glass jar. We have 2 inches of warm to hot water from the tap.
And we have a big bowl of ice.
A big bowl of ice to show the cold, right? And you have 2 ways of doing this. One, with an adult, you have matches. We're going to create clouds in here, or you can use hairspray. Since I'm here, we're going to do the matches because I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit cooler. All right, so we're going to put the ice on top of our jar. So we have warm water in here. We're going to have our jar lid on top, and Eli's going to put ice to cool it down, to make it nice and cold. Keep going. Can we fit one more in there? Sure. Ooh, this is getting cold. All right. Now, we're going to add our dust particles, our cloud seed.
How did you do that?
Okay. Put it in here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now we'll check out what's happening. What do you see happening here? What do you see?
See a little moon.
Do we see clouds forming?
Yeah. Alright.
So the water vapor is evaporating from the water because of the dust particles. It's going up, and then the coolness of the ice is creating the clouds. It's getting cloudier. So as it rises, the air cools, and the cooler air higher in the atmosphere cannot hold as much water vapor as the warmer air near the surface, where we breathe. So some of the water vapor wants to condense, but in order to change from a gas, which is how it evaporates, okay, into a liquid, water needs a non-gaseous surface, which is what? Clouds.
Oh yeah.
So the gas from the heat of the sun, of the water, that it comes up and it evaporates into the sky, and it changes from a gas to a liquid.
It's getting even cloudier.
Yes. A cloud condensation nuclei, or cloud seeds, provide the surface, which is a cloud. It can be any tiny solid or liquid found in the atmosphere. And we're using match.
Let's put more matches.
You want to put more matches?
Yeah. Maybe.
More dust and particles?
Yeah. Well, show me how you lighted it.
Okay, here we go. Safety on using this. Okay? We're going to hold our match. We're going on here, right here, is where you're going to rub this part, the seed.
Wait, can I feel that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That hard thing?
Yeah. And you're going to put some pressure on it. And you're going to quickly go from top to bottom. But you got to move your finger quickly, because now you're going to burn your finger. So quickly.
Oh.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, drop.
Even more clouds.
Alright, another one.
Another one?
Then we can actually see how big we can make the cloud.
Okay, let's see. How much pollution can we put into it, huh? If there's no oxygen, the fire will come out.
Oh, it's getting even cloudier.
Yes, it is. Wow. So we're adding water vapor to the jar by using warm water. The smoke acts like a cloud seed, and when you add the ice-filled lid on top, the cool and the warm air causing it to condense on the surface of the cloud seed particles forms a cloud. That's interesting. See, God is creating the habitat for what is the environment that what lives in. What's the ultimate creation that he's going to make? Us. We are the ultimate creation. We're the last thing he makes. So he had to create the habitat perfect for the creation. He had to give us water. He had to give us air to breathe. He had to give us food. He had to give us land. He had to give us animals in order for us to become his last and most perfect creation.
You mean he didn't have anyone and so he just created our habitat and then he made us?
Well, it's like God's an artist and he loves to create beautiful, wonderful things. And there's so much that goes into it. So he wanted to create humans and have a family. So he had to create the environment, the habitat that we live in.
Now the clouds are up there.
Wow. All right, what do you think if, let's see, can we add another one? Another ice? Another block of ice?
Another match.
Wow, it's cold. There's more clouds forming. Do you see it twirling in there?
Yeah, put another match.
Another one?
Yeah, let's see how big we can make this cloud.
Okay.
This is going to be so awesome. 2, 3, drop.
What do you start to see on the sides here? On the sides of the jar, we start to see water.
Water.
You see the condensation?
Mm-hmm.
It's evaporating from the water down here into the particles and causing condensation in the jar. All right, we're ready to let it go?
No.
No.
One more match.
Okay, but let's add some more ice to it.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it cold. Because if you don't, then the whole process, won't work. All right.
One more match.
One more match. Here we go.
There's still a lot of clouds.
Wow. Yeah.
The clouds started forming down here, now they're going up.
It's rising, isn't it? Interesting observation.
Let's let it go.
Ready? Okay.
Can I?
Just move the top. 1, 2, 3. You see the cloud?
Clouds look nice. Where all the clouds go?
Evaporated into the air.
Wait, did you... Now they're going up to the sky?
Well, they're kind of trapped in the room. So we have a little bit more condensation. So it's a little bit more moist in the room than it would normally be. It'd only be for a little while.
And then they'll just go out?
Yeah. Into a gas.
Cool.
Cool, huh? So you like how clouds are formed?
Can we do the next cloud project?
Sure. All right, so this cloud project is done. We're going to go to our next cloud project and we're going to learn about the water cycle. So we've learned how clouds are made. We learned that there's an evaporation and a transformation from a liquid to a gas to a liquid. And now we're going to see how it all comes
Down.
to be continued.
We'll see you again at the next project.